our final session for today is Marcia from KiwiWrite Software, Write Math Digitally with KiwiWrite Math. And I love this. I love having you on, Marcia, so thank you so much. And don't go away, because at the end we have a pretty big prize to give away as well. And thank you. And I'm going to start you right off. So there you go. I see you. Are you going to do a quick share of your screen? Just make sure all that's working. And there we go.
Okay.
You're on. That's it. I'm going to start the timer. Thank you so much.
Okay. So do you see a screen slide with a KiwiWrite on it?
We do. If you could get a little closer to your mic, that'd be great.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, I'm Marcia Edel, and I'm the founder and product designer for KiwiWrite Math, and I am a parent entrepreneur. So I created this product in response to the need for more tools to support students with a challenge relating to the handwriting aspect of math. So KiwiWrite is a web app, so it runs in a browser window that allows students to write math problems on screen and also on top of PDF worksheets so they can move into KiwiWrite. So I'm going to show you a bit about it today.
Sorry, Maria, Marcia, I'm so sorry. Can you speak up a little bit?
Yeah, so you're not able to hear me? Gee, I don't know I'm right by my screen. Is that any better?
It's a little better, yes, thank you.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. It's usually okay. Okay, I'll try to talk louder. So KiwiWrite has 4 different math keyboards to choose from, and each different set of math symbols are for different ages. We do that so that students can have just the math symbols they need without extra visual clutter and complexity. And I'm also hoping that you'll try out KiwiWrite for yourself. You can get, anyone can get a free trial account at the website at KiwiWrite.com. Plus, we also provide free educator subscriptions to ATs and OTs and other evaluators. So for that, just create a free trial and then send us a request with the contact us or at support@KiwiWrite.com. And you can, email any questions that don't get answered to that email also. The students that KiwiWrite is most helpful for is typically students where handwriting is the major barrier in math. So such as students with dysgraphia, autism students who struggle with handwriting, or students with a physical issue, and that includes ones that would use a regular keyboard, but also mouse type devices such as eye gaze devices. We don't yet support adaptive switch, but we hope to add that sometime this year. So let me switch to a demo here. And just pointing out our website at KiwiWrite.com, that's our information site that has, our learn tutorials and such, but the actual product itself is at go.kiwiwrite.com. You always create accounts at that site. If you're an educator, you would click the educational professional and click either yourself or if you're setting up for a student. So I'm just going to log in, do some demo. And when you log in, you get a choice of creating a new file, either on blank or on a PDF, or just going right back to the last thing you worked on. We don't time out sessions, so also if a student just clicks the tab close, then they'll also get back to their work. So this is like a PDF worksheet, and here's like the KiwiWrite work here. It's just right on top of the PDF. Let me So I'm going to show you how to draw some math, and then I'm going to talk about how to get PDFs into KiwiWrite. So, oops, looks like I didn't clean this up completely, so let me do that. So in your files, in this level, which is for elementary grade students, this math keyboard, you can see that there's kind of a grid around each problem. So each math problem is its own unit. You can move them, you can resize them. To create a new math problem, you just click on the screen, and you can either click using the buttons. You can also create problems with this clicking that button here, or you can type, on the screen if you prefer. The little L-shaped cursor shows where the next digit will go, so you can, when you add or subtract digits, then everything will get rearranged for you. Or if you want to make a regular kind of arithmetic stack problem, you just press return or the return key online, and then it will line up right in a column for you. If you need to go outside this little grid, all you do is move the cursor to the place you want. You can use the arrow keys, or you can just click around it. And then this problem needs regrouping. We have since that's kind of a problem issue in a lot of math entry, we have a special key for that lets you kind of put a cross off and new digits there. So there we have a little subtraction problem. You can also at this level do very kind of simple fractions. We have a different type of fraction for more complex fractions in the more advanced levels. So now let me show you the middle school math keyboard. And in this one, you can still create those grid style problems if the student is doing multiplication or division or some more kind of arithmetic thing. But the regular format is more of a line, because if you have exponents or square roots or more complex fractions, then it doesn't really fit into a grid. So we have these special characters that have little yellow boxes. That's kind of common for math formatting. That's showing that there's something that has to go into a certain part of the equation. When you're done entering the part that needs to move on to the rest of the one, you do that either by pressing the green key here, or you can also do the same thing by pressing the return key. Fractions work the same way. They just have two parts. So and if you're students, we have a bunch of shortcut keys that you can see in the help menu there. So students that are older, they can type more efficiently using those. So I can say Alt F for fraction and then type my fraction that way. You can use the open menu to look at files that you've done before. And here's an example of some of the more advanced algebra and calculus work that you can. This high school level has all the symbols they need. All the keys that have little triangles on them have extra symbols. So you can see they have, all the trig signs, calculus signs, a bunch of variables, a bunch of miscellaneous ones. So we have about 100 symbols here. We have them in these pop-ups so that, again, to kind of manage the visual clutter and not make it overwhelming. So now let me go on to talking about how to work with PDFs. So I'm just going to do blank here to use it from sorry, I bumped something there on my trackpad. So there are 3 ways of moving PDFs into KiwiWrite. One is to import it from your device. You click the new file icon, and then import, and if I clicked here, I would get a standard file open that showed whatever you could see from the device. If you're on a Chromebook, that's going to include your, you know, your Chrome, your Google Drive files there. I'm just dragging and dropping here because I'm on a laptop. And when you move a PDF into KiwiWrite, what it does is it's just displaying the picture in the background. We're not a PDF editor internally, so you can't manipulate the PDF. You can zoom into it. And we also have one special feature that lets you add to kind of split the image and add some space, because so often worksheets just don't have enough space. So after the student is done working, they should click save. We do autosaves once a minute, but not every second. So they can rename their file if they want. And then they would need to export it if they had imported it. Normally they download it as a PDF. Again, if you're on a Chromebook, you can configure that to go direct to a Google Drive if you wish. A second way of getting PDFs in is to use Google integration. You have to enable that first at the preferences. That gives KiwiWrite the permissions it needs in order to access it. Let me switch to, I'm having a little trouble with my window in the wrong spot here. So here I am in a Google Classroom file, and it's with the, once KiwiWrite is set up with it, then if you click open with, it will show open with KiwiWrite Math. Please ignore there being 3 here. That's because I have test systems. You will have 1 open with KiwiWrite Math, and then that will open the file direct into KiwiWrite. If the student isn't logged in, it will prompt them to do so. And if you're in Classroom and the teacher sent it with a type 3 file, then they have this nice turn-in button, which if they click, it will save and give them a Classroom page directly. If they open it from Google Drive, then saving will also make a copy to the Google Drive. There's also a third way, which I don't think I have time to show you, but it's also possible. We have a feature for teachers to send files direct from their KiwiWrite file to a student file. This particular account is registered as a student, but a teacher one will have an extra icon where they can link to students, and any Kiwi file in it they can send to the student, and then the student can send it back just by, you know, this menu will have an extra icon, an extra submit icon if they have had files sent to them in that way. So then I think the last thing I want to mention is that KiwiWrite also has a little draw tool, and it allows you to draw lines and points and shapes and such as that. I think I have a sample here. So on this, you know, if you have a PDF and you have graphs, then you can get back to draw tool. You can pick tools. You can pick arrows to draw arrow lines. You can also, you know, draw this type of graph. This also has freehand if you just need to circle something. There's a highlighting feature that you can highlight text, and you can change the colors and sizes. So that's useful if you just need to, say, you know, color in something, or and we're not trying to be a draw tool in itself, but just often math has a little bit of problems that aren't numeric in it, and so we want to be able to support those also. And so I think, I'm not sure how my time is. I didn't get the timer set, my timer set right right at the moment. How much time do I have?
About 1 minute.
Okay, I also want to encourage you to check out the preferences and that we have some features to specialize for people. Under accessibility, you can change the size of the keyboard over here. You can change to different color schemes for, you know, higher contrast or just fun colors. If you prefer, you can make it so that like the number keys show up in different colors. And you can also set things like the default size that ones. And so I think that's it for me.